Hello, everybody. I'm Ran Northam, the Communications Manager for the Town of Chapel Hill.
And I'm Maurice Jones, the Town of Chapel Hill's Town Manager.
Last night, the Town Council enacted the budget for fiscal year 2022, a nearly $117 million budget. Mr. Jones, I know this is a lengthy process. We've talked about it a little bit before already, but a big step forward for the Town of Chapel Hill, for the council, as council season now is nearing its end.
Well, it is a very lengthy process, Rand. We started working on our budget in the fall of last year, at least from a staff perspective, worked very closely with the department heads and with staff throughout the organization. And then our budget team began having discussions with the council in February of this year about our priorities for the year and about where we thought we would be. Of course, it's an unusual time in our country, in our world. Because of the pandemic, we had taken some steps in this current fiscal year that we're in right now to reduce some spending to be responsive to what we were anticipating would happen with the budget. Thankfully, we actually were in fairly good shape compared to where we thought we would be. So that helped us build a budget for next year that will restore some of the funding that we had lost in this current fiscal year, and then also to invest in some really important new initiatives. For instance, our climate action fund that we've established now, $470,000 to help be responsive to the climate action plan that the council has approved. We have put $100,000 into our human services fund to address needs in our nonprofit communities. We have put a significant amount of money into repaving our streets and our bike lanes here in Chapel Hill, and then also putting a significant amount of money back into the budget to help address fleet issues that we have within our organization, and then also to put money aside to address maintenance issues. Those were areas that we had cut for fiscal year 21 that we're now restoring for fiscal year 22. And we had a lot of discussion with the council, excuse me, about the property tax rate for this year, and settled at 51.4 cents in an attempt to be able to put some money aside to address our needs, but also taking into consideration the impact that the reval of property in our community has had on our residential property owners and our commercial property owners as well.
Of course, the budget process is open to the community to see as that development goes on. You can continue to see all that process that took place and continue to follow along on our website, townofchapelhill.org/budget. Another project that recently came to the town council and was approved was the 2200 Homestead Road project, a very exciting affordable housing project that the town council worked with the community on, got some community feedback, and I'm sure that the town is excited to move forward with this process.
We absolutely are. The council approved a conditional zoning application. The town is working closely with 4 local non-profit affordable housing partners to develop in the range of 115 to 126 affordable housing units. It'll be a mix of units on the site there. We're excited about adding some new affordable housing as part of this. Overall, it's going to be a mixed income housing as well will be on the site. So it will be exactly what we've been talking about developing here in our community to help increase the affordable housing. We're also going to take a close look at the Hope Gardens. That's an important part of that piece of property right now. We'll end up moving Hope Gardens and improving the site as well, working with the group that oversees that. So it's an exciting project for us across the board. We're looking forward to breaking ground on it and moving forward and seeing that come to fruition in the near future.
And our last topic for discussion today is one that got a lot of conversation from the town council over this summer, and recently saw a couple, again, administrative steps that needed to take place, and that's the Rosemary parking deck, a big public-private partnership that's happening on the north and south side of Rosemary Street. And pretty soon we will start to see some work happening this summer there, but the council took some important administrative steps over the last few meetings
And a really important
this
step
spring.
was to approve the budget for this, the maximum budget for this. The price of materials and construction materials has gone up significantly over the course of the last 6 months. So we were keeping a close eye on that. And ultimately, when the bids came back, they were in fact higher than we had anticipated, even back in December. But we had a good conversation with the council over a couple of meetings about what that means for us and how we can adjust to that. As well. And we have a couple of options for helping to offset some of those costs so it doesn't negatively affect our parking fund long term. Council approved the $39 million budget for this project. We will move forward now with the construction phase for the parking deck. That will begin this summer. At the same time, things are continuing to move forward with other projects around East Rosemary Street that will, I believe, support our parking deck in the future and also bring much needed jobs into our downtown. So it's an exciting time for East Rosemary Street in our downtown. And I think that over the course of the next couple of years, you're going to see it transformed in a way that's very positive for our community and certainly will help our businesses in our downtown as well, which need that support.
The town council's session is coming to a close at the end of the month. They will take a summer hiatus. You can follow the remainder of the meetings and much more that the town council has discussed on our website, and we hope that you will. Until next time, thank you for tuning in and checking in on council updates. Spread kindness, not illness, as always, and thank you for watching.
Take care.